Isaiah chapter 26 begins with a song of praise celebrating the protection and deliverance that God has provided for His people. The prophet speaks of a strong city, which symbolizes the secure refuge found in God's presence. The righteous are encouraged to enter into this city, for God has granted them safety and peace. The chapter emphasizes that God is a firm foundation for His people, and those who trust in Him will experience stability and security. The people are exhorted to maintain their trust in the Lord, for He is the one who brings salvation and protection from their enemies. The chapter continues with a reflection on the qualities of the righteous and the wicked. Isaiah contrasts the humble and just with the prideful and rebellious. While the righteous seek peace and trust in God's will, the wicked continue in their pride and defiance, even in the face of God's judgment. Isaiah emphasizes that God's judgment on the wicked is inevitable, and they will ultimately face the consequences of their actions. The righteous, on the other hand, are assured that God will bring peace and restore them. This contrast between the righteous and the wicked serves as a reminder that God's justice will prevail, and the humble will be exalted while the proud will be humbled. The prophet then speaks of the people of Israel acknowledging their dependence on God, even in times of distress. In the face of adversity, they recognize that it is only through God's mercy and grace that they can endure. Isaiah urges the people to continue trusting in God, even in difficult times, for He has always been their strength and their deliverer. The chapter also highlights the futility of relying on human strength or idols, as they cannot offer true protection or peace. It is God alone who can bring lasting peace and salvation, and His people are called to place their hope in Him, rather than in worldly solutions. The chapter concludes with a vision of the ultimate restoration and renewal that God will bring. Isaiah speaks of the resurrection of the dead, where God will raise His people to new life, free from sin and death. This is a powerful image of the hope for future redemption, where God will restore all things and bring His people into a perfect, eternal relationship with Him. The chapter ends with a reminder that, even though the wicked may seem to prosper for a time, they will eventually face God's judgment. Meanwhile, the righteous will rejoice in God's salvation and experience the fullness of His blessings in His eternal kingdom. Let's now read Isaiah chapter 26. In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah, we have a strong city, salvation will God appoint for walls and bulwarks. Open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength. For He bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city, He layeth it low, even to the ground, He bringeth it even to the dust. The foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor, and the steps of the needy. The way of the just is uprightness. Thou, most upright, dost weigh the path of the just. Yea, in the way of thy judgments, O Lord, have we waited for thee, the desire of our soul is to thy name, and to the remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night, yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early, for when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Lord, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see, and be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yea, the fire of thine enemies shall devour them. Lord, thou wilt ordain peace for us, for thou also hast wrought all our works in us. O Lord our God, other lords beside thee have had dominion over us, but by thee only will we make mention of thy name. They are dead, they shall not live, they are deceased, they shall not rise, therefore hast thou visited and destroyed them, and made all their memory to perish. Thou hast increased the nation, O Lord, thou hast increased the nation, thou art glorified, thou hadst removed it far unto all the ends of the earth. Lord, in trouble have they visited thee, they poured out a prayer when thy chastening was upon them. Like as a woman with child, that draweth near the time of her delivery, is in pain, and crieth out in her pangs, so have we been in thy sight, O Lord. We have been with child, we have been in pain, we have as it were brought forth wind, we have not wrought any deliverance in the earth, neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen. Thy dead men shall live, together with my dead body shall they arise. Awake and sing, ye that dwell in dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. For, behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. This ends our reading of Isaiah chapter 26.